Hello, grade 12. This is Sociology, and the lesson is Agents of Socialization, Chapter 4, Section 3. Now, to start with, what are the agents of socialization? These are factors that help us socialize with the community, that help us build our characters. The first agent is the family. The family is the primary agent of socialization, the first agent that you will deal with as a human being. Now, for each factor or for each agent of socialization, you have direct effects and indirect effects. Effects that we can see directly and effects that are embedded within, and we will learn about them later or we will see the results later. The direct effects of the family is that the child learns to think and speak. The child starts having norms, beliefs, and values just like their parents. The ability to develop personal relationships and to acquire a self-image. So these are all the direct effects, the things that we can see directly. The results are shown. Indirect effects are gender roles and expectations. What do I mean by gender roles and expectations? Gender roles. Everyone knows that a boy, when he grows up and becomes a young man, he is supposed to work because later on he will be the one to support a family. You will never find a man who is sitting at home without looking for a job because he is going to get married one day and someone will, for example, uh, pay the rent or buy him food. This is a gender role. On the other hand, females are most likely expected to sit at home if they get married and raise the children. So these are the gender roles that are found in the society. How do we learn about them? We see our parents, we see our siblings, we see our cousins, family relatives. Your mom does not sit with you and tell you you will grow up to be a young man, you have to do this, this and that. No, you see it more often than learning about it. And expectations. What do I mean by gender expectations? What are you expected to do? Men are expected to lead. Men are expected to take high ranks. Of course, nowadays, women are also expected to work and lead, but we expect more usually from men at work. We expect them to support the family, not the way around. Second thing is image of oneself and the way we treat others. Your image of yourself is mainly from your parents, is from the way your parents treat you. If the parents are strict and they treat their children with strictness, no love, do this, do that, you will have either two things, that either this person is a robot, they listen to everything and there is no socialization process and no personality, or the other way around. The child is sick and tired of it and they need to show themselves. So, image of oneself, whether it's overconfident or no confidence at all, comes from the family and the parents treating the child and the way we treat others. If our parents or if the parents deal with the children with love and affection and respect, you see that from their children. The way we deal with people is more often only a mirror of how our parents used to deal with us when we were kids and as we grew up. Now, socialization varies by social classes: middle class, working class, high class. On page 111 in your book, you will find examples of working class families and how do they treat their children, and middle class and high class families and how do they treat their children. Please read it and pick one or two examples to understand. If you understand it and you don't want to memorize it, you can make up examples of your own as long as they're correct. Now, the second factor is religion. It's an important agent of socialization. Why? It's the base of the community, it's the base of society. Now, the direct and the indirect effects. The direct effects: children learn morals and values and beliefs of the particular religion. This is called invisible religion. This is not verses from the Bible or the Quran that we have to memorize and recite. No, these are things that we learn, hidden and invisible parts of the religion that we learn as we grow up. We learn the morals, we learn the values, and we learn our beliefs of this religion. Now, the indirect effects are that the children learn aspects about group life, such as proper dress and speech. You learn what to say, how to greet people, what to say in occasions, what to say in mourning a person, when you dress up, how to dress up, if you're going to a certain place, how do you dress up? It's not direct, but again, this is all part of the invisible religion. Also, religion influences people's views on gender roles, work, and strengthens the family bonds. Often you would hear that in the Quran or in the Bible, they talk about fair treatment between men and women, about treatment that the man should treat his kids and his wife fairly, that there should be respect, there should be love, that the prophets and Jesus, they treated their families and they treated their neighbors this way, so we should treat our neighbors and community this way. So we learn about people's views and whatever they did also from our religion. And this strengthens the family bonds. Now, the third agent is school. There are direct effects, which are the things that we know that kids learn from school, like relationships with other people. Now, remember the people who are the kids are dealing with so far were the family, which is mom, dad, brother, sister. They are very personal, they're very passionate, they're very affectionate. So this is the second level where the children deal with other people other than their parents, and it's not personal. It's the opposite. It's impersonal. Now, the type of relationship and the dealings, the rewards and punishments, they do not depend on love. No, they depend on performance. They depend on your homework, they depend on your classwork, they depend on if you answer a wrong question or a correct question, they depend on your grades. So the rewards and the punishments in school, they're based on performance. While at home, they were based on personal achievements. They were based on affection. Who do we like the most? Or what did we do to gain our parents' affection? These are the direct effects. Now, the indirect effects are that children are emotionally less dependent on their parents. As the kids, the first day they start crying when they go to school, KG, first day, first week, by the first month, they are less dependent on their parents. By the time they go to elementary school, they can take money and buy instead of putting their breakfast, for example. By the time they reach high school, they rarely depend on their parents except for money or vital aspects, signatures. A feeling of loyalty is created beyond family. You're loyal to your teachers, that you need to work to as high as their expectations. You are loyal to your school. You do not damage the property. You make sure you're bound to the rules, and you're loyal to your friends. So instead of being only loyal to the family, no, you're loyal to other people, other circles beyond the family. Now I'll continue the rest of the lesson in another video, and I'll stop here for now.